If you want to make more man juice, testosterone, there's one thing that's very underappreciated, especially as we age. Our body makes this key metabolite that boosts testosterone production and blood flow to our organs. And there's a few ways that we can enhance the production of this key metabolite. So what is it? Nitric oxide. So as we age, what can happen is if we have a pretty poor lifestyle and we've got a lot of oxidative stress and inflammation, the protective lining of our arteries called the endothelium, they're shorn and stripped of their integrity. Now, to repair the endothelium, as I learned from Matthew Walker, who is a sleep scientist, we need to produce optimal growth hormone while we sleep to repair the endothelium. So if you're not sleeping properly, that's a big problem. And that leads me down to the second thing. They've now shown conclusively that when you breathe through your nose, it triggers a lot of nitric oxide production. So if you're a mouth breather, you're not producing any nitric oxide through that mechanism of action. So you've got to really focus in on breathing through your nose. And while you sleep too, a lot of people breathe through their mouth, so they don't sleep properly. They've got sleep apnea. And when you're into deep sleep there, you're producing a lot of growth hormone to repair the lining of the blood vessels, again, the endothelium, but you're also making testosterone. So if you're not making nitric oxide because your mouth's open, you're not making a lot of testosterone, so you'll wake up with low T. And there's a lot of things you can do, like eating certain types of foods that trigger the nitric oxide production. Exercise has been shown to increase nitric oxide production. And paradoxically, healthy levels of estrogen trigger the release of nitric oxide. And there's another neurotransmitter involved in the production, the trigger to make nitric oxide in the endothelium, called acetylcholine. Now, if you don't get a lot of choline in your diet, you're not going to have enough raw building material to make acetylcholine to trigger nitric oxide production. So if you start breathing through your nose, you start optimizing your hormones, you do a bit of exercise, and you're producing growth hormone, you're a long step in the right direction.